best about giggling. Welcome to what I'm calling Iris 2016, 17, 18. I am Graham Roberts. I am the director of our Centre for Interactive Storytelling. Over there is my deputy director, who will be speaking next. And the room is scattered with members of the core research group, PhD students and friends, and my firstborn son. There will also be, as the morning goes on, more and more interesting bits of kit turning up on that table, which you will be allowed to play with. Sorry, research with. I must remember that we are researching, not playing. So I'm going to kick off just by saying a few things about Iris and kind of the prehistory. So how we got to where we are now in 2017. And I'm going to hand over to Stefano, who's going to talk about a project he worked on last year. And then I'm going to hand on to Kelly, who's going to tell us some really cool stuff that she's working on now. So 2016, 2017, 2018. It's called that because we got the permission of the university to set up a research centre almost to the day, exactly a year ago, 2016. And so I'm performing under images of our patron saints, Joe Strummer, who gave us the inspiration for a punk attitude and do it yourself, and Dziga Vertov, who so long ago told the world that everybody could go out and make a film. And if we all showed each other our films and talked to each other about them, the world would be a better place. Now, tragically, at the time, Dziga proved to be quite disastrously wrong. But the theory is still there, the belief is still there, and we like to think we're carrying on his tradition, don't we, gentlemen and lady? Don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we're with Dziga, right? So, those are our patron saints. Right, so roughly what's going to happen today, although it is changing by the minute because more and more kit is turning up and there are more and more interesting things for you to play with. Stefano is now counting. So this is the kind of introduction. Sorry for the late start, but as I say, things are changing moment by moment. I'm introducing Iris. This is me now, live, doing that. Then Stefano's going to talk, Kelly's going to talk. Stefano's going to tell you something about VR preparation. Bring your smartphone. Have you all got a smartphone? Looks around the room. Eager young people. What a stupid question. I'm so old. Anyway, we'll show you some stuff. We'll take a break. We'll do a workshop. Then we'll have some more fun. And then this afternoon, we are very, very pleased, as long as the transport system's working, to be welcoming Guillermo Ressel, which is where I'm pronouncing his name until he gets here and then explains that that's way off, who is a game developer who is going to show us some new cool stuff, cutting edge, what is happening right now. Then at 3 o'clock I will say thank you and throw you out. Right, okay, where did all this start? I'll show you that one in a minute. Because it actually started with this one. 2014, I find myself in a drunken conversation with several Catholic priests, don't ask me why. And they're all going off to Dublin to learn about their faith and how they work with each other as a group. And during a presentation about the wonders of documentary film, I suggest to them, remembering Dziga Vertov, that they could all make their own film while they were there. They could show it to the world, we could all gather together and do stuff. And while we were doing that, we decided we'd go and make a film of them doing it and also help them start to make their own films. And I would not have been able to do that, but for the fact they took with me possibly the most patient cameraman in the history of documentary filmmaking, which is Sam Roberts, who's sitting there at the front today. So in a break you can ask him how the hell he managed to put up with his dad for a whole week, telling him what to do, because he didn't take any notice, but he got the shots. So also, if any of you want links to any of these projects, mail me and I'll send them to you. It's just g.roberts@Leeds Trinity, usual address. So that one's really worth watching because Sam shot it, so quite a lot of it's in focus. You think I'm joking, Steph? Now, moving on from that, the issue with that one I think, was that it was really good, and we had a lovely time. But it wasn't really that interactive, because me and Sam, we did loads of filming, and we told people to go out and film. They did a bit. They did some stuff on their mobile phones, and we lent them cameras and all kinds of stuff. But it wasn't that interactive, because basically we did most of the filmmaking. Added to which, when we turned up in the old blue van, now sadly dead, we had several £1,000s worth of kit that we borrowed from this university. So we were telling people, go out, make your own film, it's really cool, whilst pointing to all this incredibly expensive, really cool kit we had. And I think that was a bit intimidating. So, was it interactive? Not that much. Now, the next one, which came out just as we were starting Iris, just to get to the point of going, what we really want to do is interactivity, is this wonderful film about my hero, Joe Strummer, lead singer of The Clash, now sadly no longer with us, who, towards the end of their career, they found themselves busking on the streets of northern cities and indeed Scottish cities, including Glasgow. And I found myself in conversation with the nice lady in the middle of that picture who actually put them up for a weekend in Glasgow. And she had a series of black and white photographs she'd taken with them. So it was all very, very fanboy stuff, and I got very tearful. And we made a film about it. But during the process of making that film was when I thought, oh, Stefano's disappeared. That's not good. It's not very interactive, is it? I was starting to hang out with Stefano and talk about interactive documentary. And people were going, oh, you got all this stuff. It's about fandom. Get people to join in. So, if you go to the website, and again, if you mail me, I'll send you the link. Well, welcome to the internet. There is a website using software called Clint, which means that people can navigate around it and look at things themselves and contact us and send stuff in as well to build a bigger archive of this tour or other stuff about The Clash. So there's loads of things you can click on there, but mainly... That's all right. But mainly, you can watch the documentary. Again, there's that issue of how interactive is it? You can watch it, and you can join in, and you can make comments, but you can't really do that much more. You can look at chapters, you can put it around yourself. So it's kind of semi-interactive, which is about as far as I got until last summer, when with my backing singers Malcolm and Malcolm, and if anybody apart from this lot here can recognise who they both are, send me an email and tell me why they're connected, you win a prize. So I now work through this whole idea of everybody can make a film, go out and make a film. We're also trying to bring in some politics to this thing, get out and disrupt the city, find out about the city, do new things about the city. Unfortunately, neither Malcolm nor Malcolm could be with us, so we did have the beauty, however, of having 14 placement students working for Trinity Vision, who were basically our slaves for 6 weeks. So they had to join the project, and they did indeed wander around Leeds, letting themselves be struck by things they hadn't thought about before. I'll just give you a quick click on that, hopefully it'll work, because then it will tell you what he says. So that's the opening page, and it's still a work in progress, not least because we're going to do it again this year. And we're going to do it again next year, because next year is the 50th anniversary of the uprisings in Paris and London, inspired by the Situationists, who likes this idea of wandering around the city and be struck by something new and exciting and different. So that's also my way of saying that is my current project. Now I think I am interactive, and anybody can join